This is Monday with the Mayor on 18 WJTS, and we are at Jasper City Hall as we're talking with Mayor Dean Vonderheide. And one of the exciting things that you do throughout the year is the Mayor's Youth Council.
Right. We just kicked this off this year. As a matter of fact, toward the end of the school year, we've had our second meeting with the group. They've chosen to meet on Sunday afternoons because you can imagine these high school students today are so busy with so many activities. It's hard to find a time when they can come together. So we meet on Sunday afternoons about 1 o'clock. Been meeting here in this office, in this conference room. Got a great group of people, but what they signed up for and what I had worked with the school system about in advertising this was I was looking for students that would be willing to engage in service opportunities that benefit the community. And I was at the end of the school year, so I didn't know what I'd get if I get any, and I ended up getting requests or nominations from 8 people, and I've accepted all 8 at this point in time. I have 1 senior, so she'll be leaving at the end of the summer, but she's agreed to kind of be the co-leader along this path in creating this Mayor's Youth Council. And officer-wise, it's Megan Berger. She's a senior. She's president. I have Daisy Sandoval as vice president, Edwin Sanchez as secretary, Catherine Garcia is our communications chair. I have Ben Kezior, Lauren Verkamp, Avery Bartley, and Noah Hanneman. And it's pretty well distributed from freshmen through juniors, with the exception that Megan's the only senior I have. And I'm glad because we're putting this program together. We're really getting the foundation. We just approved our Constitution yesterday. We're getting the foundation together so that when we hit the fall season and I seek more nominations and applications for the council, I'd like to fill it with at least 12 members, 3 from each of the classes, upper classes, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So this year, the fact that I've got a couple freshmen, be sophomores, they'll have a little thing under their belt, there'll be some experience there, and they'll help me get this thing off and running.
What's really the mission of the Mayor's Youth Council?
It really is to learn leadership skills and benefit the community while they're doing that. So they will decide on a project, and yesterday they brainstormed and they went through and then they converged down to 4 projects that they might be interested in. That the city could benefit from. They have to evaluate the projects on cost, what's their capability of getting it across the end line. But I'm really impressed with this group and the dynamics and how they conduct themselves in a meeting. Yesterday I really enjoyed kind of sitting back and watching their minds work and their thoughtfulness as to what the city of Jasper needs in the future. And I can tell you just in a couple meetings that we've had, I really feel great about the future of our community with the young people that are coming on board.
Excellent. Now there is a question I have to ask you.
Sure.
We've had a lot of rain. People talk about the overflow at Patoka Lake, but more than anything, you've got to worry about downstream as well when rain comes. What's your stance on the flooding? Where are we in Jasper?
Well, you know, the one thing I learned when we met with the Corps of Engineers and the people that are running the floodgates up there at Patoka is that Jasper is being controlled. 30% of the water we'll receive is being controlled from Patoka. Everything else is run off downstream. So we've got a lot of hills between Patoka Reservoir and here. And a lot of what's going to take place here is not a result of what they're doing, but a result of those other flows that are coming into the main streams. Patoka does a pretty good job. They're actually, I found out, is that they are regulated by Congress on what their operating procedures are. And that's been in place since Patoka Reservoir has been in place. And to revise those, it has to actually go through a big study, which millions of dollars. Congress has to approve the new operating procedures. And you know, they just said that's probably not going to be a high priority given the budget constraints in the United States. So we requested, a group has requested a deviation. It's a temporary deviation in operating procedures, which was granted. And it was granted through May 1st. We just sent a second request to continue the deviation until the middle of May, which would allow them to release up to 14 feet of water, which is at our Coonsey's Bridge up here,
Okay.
where we monitor that. And if they can keep 14 feet flow coming out, then they'll do that. But anytime there's rain in the forecast, they're protecting us, and they're going to shut the dam back, and then it just keeps going and going and going. We've had our rains this year.
And there's still rain
There's
predicted
still
later this
rain
week.
predicted tomorrow, I think so. So I know they're doing what they think they can do to protect downstream. It's not good for farmers that are farming downstream, because they're going to have to let that water out at some point in time, and it's probably going to affect the crop season. Just like we're being affected down here at our Rooksor Golf Course.
Right.
We've yet to have any play there because of the rains, and it's unfortunate, but it's what we're being dealt with at this point in time.
Mother Nature does what she wants.
Yes, she does.
Well, Mayor, thank you very much for taking the
Thank
time
you.
to talk with us. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
We have been talking with Mayor Dean Vonderheide, the mayor of Jasper. We're at City Hall. Thank you for watching Monday with the Mayor on 18 WJTS.